How's everybody doing?
Good. Yeah.
How about more enthusiasm? How's everybody doing?
Good.
Great. Okay, so as we said, my name's Jess Mallek. This is like my 4th time doing this, so I think I'm getting the hang of it. If not, you can leave like a 1-star Yelp review. I don't know. But I'm going to start this off with a bold statement, and this can also go in the Yelp review. 1 sentence, 3 words, God made aliens. We'll get to that later. Now, before I go full speed at that argument, I'm going to start off with a story. So, when I was still a fetus in the belly, the doctors told my mother at the time, they said, she's got a 10% chance of flipping. Like, she's going to be born the wrong way out. So you got to get a C-section. And so they were like, you can do yoga and all this fun stuff, but it's not happening. Like, she's not flipping, you got to do a C-section. And we were like, okay, well, it's not we, as in me, but you get the idea. So, yeah. And miraculously, in that 10% chance, I did flip. But my family was like, there's no way that's possible, like, an alien must have done it. And that was the story that I always heard, like, growing up, was that, like, an alien took you, flipped you around, and put you back. But I always think of it like a Saturday Night Live skit, where it's actually, like, 2 aliens sitting in, like, a coffee room with, like, their, like, suits and ties on. And he's like, hey, Carl, remember that baby that we, like, took, like, 2 weeks ago? And he's like, yeah, why? What's up? He's like, you put her back the right way, right? He's like, well, what are you talking about? Well, she was facing the wrong way. You put her back that way, right? Because she's not supposed to face the other way. And he was like, yeah, definitely. Shit. So now for the heavier stuff. If aliens and social media had one thing in common, it's that they're both really good at brainwashing. You know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so it would actually make sense, if you think about it, if aliens ran social media, you know? And who other than to be suspicious aliens other than Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk, right? Zuck and Musk combo, like, it sounds too good to be true, you know? They're like, oh, what's this? Social media where you post all of your personal private information that we will strictly have access to? Not suspicious at all. Like, they were like, we built the pyramids, but we didn't learn anything other than they're really horrible to other people. So, you know. But yeah, and then also, on the note of, you know, Elon Musk being an alien, no one finds it weird that the guy's really obsessed with going to space? You know, like, that just seems like a little suspicious. Like, yeah, we're gonna go to space, we're gonna live there, we're gonna be on ships. Like, that sounds exactly what an alien would totally not say, but say, you know? And, you know, just for a quick demonstration, let me just show you guys something, right? So, this is what Elon Musk named his most recent kid. Like, he could have went with experiment number 8, like, for all we care, you know? Like, if anyone can pronounce that, I'll buy you a drink. Like, does anyone know how to pronounce this? Anyone? No, didn't think so. Like, that's because it's not a real name. Because, you know, he missed that class in alien school, so where they're like, hey, don't name your kids weird things, because they just go by, like, Jenny, you know? Now, granted, even if they are running social media is also pretty good for its political presence, right? You know, you're always seeing ads for political campaigns. So then it also makes you start to wonder, what if the politicians are aliens too? And, you know, I'd like to think that, you know, in a video game, how you can pick your avatar and customize their hair, like, maybe they didn't tell Trump that we don't all look orange. And, you know, I'm pretty sure that they explicitly tell people in said human training class, like, hey, Biden, we don't sniff people. That's a dog thing. That's not a human thing. We don't do that. You're going to give it away. And, you know, most humans can actually ride a bicycle, so maybe figure that one out, too. Now, we've you know, as a country, we've separated the church from the state, you know? So, in theory, politicians and the clergy shouldn't interact with each other. But what if they did, right? And so, I'd like to think that if God did make aliens, that maybe we're just like the middle child. Like we're just kind of like the least favorite. We're like, we're here, we're hanging out, and then God's like, boom, aliens, spaceships, intergalactic space travel, all this cool technology. Humans, none of that. We don't get any of it. And so I started to like theorize this a little bit. I went, well, maybe, what if Jesus was the first alien here, And they were like, God was like, let's put one of these here and just see how that goes. And I'm pretty sure we all know how the story of Jesus goes. So maybe that's why they've been avoiding us, they're a little shell-shocked. Because he was doing miracles that weren't humanly possible. So, no one said he had to be human, right? But if you think about it, I guess if the aliens were made by God and all that good stuff, that the thing that they took away from it was that aliens probe everyone, whereas members of the church only probe boys. And if I just so happen to go missing after this show, the Pope probably ordered my assassination. But don't worry, I'll tell Alien Jesus everyone said hi. Thank you guys.